Here's what you need to know from this week, whether you're a buyer, homeowner, or you're just curious about mortgages. We can start with the Fed. Chris Waller, who's one of the top voices at the Federal Reserve, did make a strong argument for a rate cut at the end of this month. And he's actually one of the front runners to replace Jerome Powell as the Fed chair, so his opinion does carry a lot of weight. And Waller basically said what we've been saying for a while. Inflation's getting close to the Fed's target, the job market is softening, and as far as the tariffs that we keep hearing about, they are more of like a one-time price bump, not really something that, keeps prices rising forever. And still, the chances of an actual rate cut this month are very low. The Fed's still acting cautious, probably too cautious, and some, including me, worry that they're going to wait until the damage is already done again. And there's also drama around Powell's future. Another candidate to replace him, that's Kevin Warsh, has been very outspoken. He says the Fed's stuck in the past and is too afraid to admit when they get things wrong. And meanwhile, Trump made headlines by saying he's unlikely to fire Powell, but he also didn't completely shut the door either. So the pressure's definitely building there. And then on the housing side, we got some mixed numbers, builder confidence still coming in low, and we are just not seeing enough homes being built to keep up with demand, which will support home prices in the future. And we're going to get more info next week with reports on new and existing home sales, but don't really expect any big surprises there. And there is some good news for veterans. Congress actually just passed a new bill that would basically help those people behind on their VA loan payments avoid foreclosure. And it's basically a second chance program that lets borrowers defer part of what they owe so that they can keep their home. It does still need a signature from the president, but it is a big step in the right direction. And as for interest rates, this week, they've basically drifted sideways. No real major movement and not a lot of urgency to lock in today if you're thinking about it, since the technicals do look good and there's really not much news expected to change that. But with summer trading volume being light, even small headlines can cause bigger swings than usual. So yeah, next week's all about housing reports and a few economic updates, but nothing huge until the Fed meets at the end of the month. I'll be keeping you in the loop on the tone as well as the numbers that they put out, but I'll see you next week.